Hi, everyone. Welcome back to Confident English Podcast, a cozy space where learning English feels easy and confident.
I'm Alex.
And I'm Sophie. Today, we're talking about something everyone needs: what to say when you don't understand English.
And if you're new here, subscribe. Click that button right now.
He says that every episode.
Habit? Yeah, habit is the key word here. Actually, that's a good word for later.
Oh, and remember last week? We talked about small talk. Did anyone try it?
I did. I said, "How's it going?" to my neighbor. He looked so surprised.
Good surprise or bad surprise?
Good, I think. He smiled.
Okay, great start. Now let's get into today's topic.
Before we start, quick question for everyone watching. Think of your last conversation in English.
Did you understand everything? Be honest.
I bet the answer is no for most of you.
And that's completely fine. Today, we give you the exact words for that moment.
Simple words, short words, words you can use tonight.
Let's go.
By the end of this episode, you'll have 3 ready-to-use phrases.
Short ones, easy to remember even when you're a little nervous.
Nervous moments are exactly when we forget words, so we keep this simple.
Simple and useful. That's our promise for today. So, Alex, does this happen to you? Do you sometimes just not understand English?
Yes, every day actually. Last week, my teacher spoke fast. I understood nothing.
Wow, really?
Really, 0 words, not one.
Oh, okay. New word for us. Everyone. EVERYNOE. Every and one. Together.
And here's the thing. Everyone doesn't understand sometimes, even native speakers.
That's true, actually. My sister is French, and she doesn't always understand her own grandmother.
See? It's not just an English problem.
Right. It's a human problem.
Nice way to say it.
Actually, can I tell you something? Last year, I watched an interview in English, a famous scientist. I understood maybe half.
Only half? You're a teacher.
I know. But he talked so fast, and he used big words, science words.
So even teachers say, "Sorry, can you repeat that?"
Every single week, honestly.
That makes me feel better, actually.
Good. That's the point of this episode.
You know, I think people believe that native speakers understand everything, but that's not true.
Not true at all. My English friend doesn't always understand British slang.
Really? But she's from England.
Yes, but slang changes every year. Even for her, sometimes it's new.
So it's not about native or not native. It's about new information.
Exactly. New information for anyone takes a little time. But here's the surprising part. Stick with us.
Sophie, why don't we understand sometimes? Is something wrong with us?
No. Your brain needs more time, that's all.
More time, huh?
Yes, new word, brain. BRAIN.
Brain. Okay, got it.
It's not a problem. Well, it can feel like a problem, but it's normal.
I remember my first week here. My brain was so tired every night.
Mine too, honestly. I slept for 10 hours after my first English class.
10 hours? That's a lot.
New words are hard work. Your brain listens and listens and listens. It gets tired, like your legs after a long walk.
That's a good picture. Tired legs, tired brain.
Exactly. So if you feel tired after English, that's normal too.
Is there a way to help the brain, like before a hard conversation?
Sure, rest a little before. Drink some water. Small things.
Water for the brain?
Water for the whole body, actually. But yes, it helps.
Okay, I'll remember that. Rest, water, then English.
And after a hard conversation, rest again. Don't jump to another hard task right away.
So, like a break between exercises at the gym?
Exactly like that. Brain exercise, then brain rest.
I never thought about English like a gym before.
It really is similar. Small steps, regular practice, and rest. So, Alex, what can you say when you don't understand?
Easy. Say, sorry, can you repeat that?
That makes sense.
New word, repeat. R-E-P-E-A-T. Repeat like eat. Funny, right?
A little.
Or you can say, sorry, what? It's shorter, more casual.
I'm not sure about that one. It sounds a little rude to me.
Really? For me, it works fine with friends.
Okay, maybe with friends, not with your boss.
Fair point.
And there's one more option. One more time, please. That's soft and easy to say.
I like that one too.
So now we have 3 phrases, not just one.
3 phrases, 1 goal. Don't stay quiet.
Try to say them slowly and clearly, not fast.
Slow words feel more polite too.
Exactly. Fast words can sound a little annoyed.
So slow, clear, and polite. Easy to remember.
And smile a little if you can. It helps a lot.
Like this?
Perfect, actually.
And here's a small extra tip. Use these phrases even on the phone.
Oh, phone calls are hard. No face, no hands.
Exactly. So the words matter even more.
Sorry, can you repeat that? Works perfectly on the phone.
Same words, every situation. That's the beauty of it.
One set of phrases for every place. Shop, phone, class, work.
Simple and useful. My favorite kind of English.
Okay, but here's where it gets interesting. What if the other person speaks too fast?
Say, can you speak more slowly, please?
Wow, that's useful.
New word, slowly. S-L-O-W-L-Y.
I like to say it shorter. Slowly, please. Thank you.
Both work.
Remember what we said about everyone? This is the same idea. Everyone needs this sometimes, even me.
True story. Last month, I asked a train worker, can you speak more slowly, please? And he did. He was so kind about it.
See? Most people say yes.
Most people, yes. Not all, but most.
Fair.
And here's a small tip. Say the phrase, then wait. Don't talk right after.
Give them a second to slow down.
Exactly. It takes a second for the brain to change speed.
Another brain fact. Good one.
I learned from you, Sophie.
And if someone speaks fast again, just ask again. It's okay.
Wait. Is it rude to ask 2 times?
Not at all. Twice, 3 times, it's fine. Better to ask than to guess wrong.
Good point. Guessing wrong can cause real problems.
Like ordering the wrong food.
Or getting on the wrong train.
Oh, did that happen to you?
Once. Just once. Long story. What if it's just one word, not the whole sentence?
Ask, what does that word mean?
That makes sense.
New word, mean. M-E-A-N.
Or just say the word again with a question voice, like, coffee?
I did that last month in a shop. It worked. The man just showed me.
See? Easy.
And you can also ask, is that a new word for me? Some people love to explain.
Teachers love that question.
True. Alex, tell everyone about your coffee story again. It's a good one.
Oh, right. So I said coffee with a question voice, and the woman said, yes, coffee, like this. And she showed me the cup.
See? One word, one question, big help.
What if you don't even know how to spell the word? You only heard it.
Good question. Just repeat the sound. Even a little wrong, people will understand.
So say it wrong on purpose.
Not on purpose, just try. Was that word café? Close enough works.
Café. Close enough. Yes.
People are kind about this, really.
Let me give one more example. My friend asked me, what does exhausted mean?
Good example word. A little longer but common.
I said, it means very, very tired. Simple answer, and she understood right away.
See, that's the goal. Ask short, answer short.
Short question, short answer. I like that rule.
How often should we use these phrases?
Every day. It's easy.
Huh, interesting. I thought it was only for beginners.
New word, habit. H-A-B-I-T, like a small thing you do every day.
You did say habit at the start. Nice.
You can repeat this phrase every day, and it becomes easy, really fast.
I'm not sure it's that fast, actually. For me, it took some weeks.
Really? For me, it was quick. Maybe 5 days.
Okay, maybe it's different for everyone. Slow or fast, it still works.
True. Slow or fast, same result.
And a small trick. Practice with easy moments first. A shop, a coffee order, not a hard meeting.
Start small, then bigger.
Exactly. Build the habit slowly, step by step.
Like learning to run. First you walk.
Good comparison, Alex.
And don't get upset if one day feels harder than another.
Right. Some days your brain is just tired. That's normal too.
So, bad days don't mean you're going backward.
Not at all. It's just a rest day. Tomorrow will feel easier again.
Good to know. I needed to hear that today, honestly.
Rough day?
A little, but talking about this helps.
Now, here's the twist. Subcategory 8. More than just words. Sophie, is speaking the only way?
No, you can also point or write it down.
I didn't know that.
New word, point. P-O-I-N-T.
I always write new words in my phone, every single day.
Smart. And here's the mistake almost everyone makes. People stay quiet. They say nothing at all.
Oh, that's the real problem, actually. Not understanding is normal. Staying quiet, that's the mistake.
Exactly.
So, quick question for you watching at home. Do you usually stay quiet, or do you ask?
Think about it. Be honest.
Because staying quiet feels safe, but it's not helpful.
It's a bit like hiding.
Good word. Hiding doesn't help you learn.
Asking helps you learn every single time.
And here's one more idea. Sometimes silence is fine for a second, just to think.
Wait, I thought silence was the mistake.
Good catch. No, staying silent forever is the mistake. A short pause to think, that's normal.
Ah, okay. So short pause, good. Long silence, not good.
Exactly. A few seconds to think, then speak. That's healthy.
That makes it clear.
One more real story. My student, last year, she never asked questions. Never.
What happened?
She missed a lot. Small things, big things. She was too shy to ask.
That's sad, actually.
It is. So now I always tell my students, one question is never silly.
One question is never silly. I love that.
Say it with me, everyone. One question is never silly.
Tip 1. With your teacher or at work, say, "Sorry, can you repeat that?" It's polite, always safe.
Tip 2. With friends, sorry, what? Is fine. It's short and casual.
Both work. Just choose your moment.
Simple rule.
Tip 3. Use your face and your hands too. Look confused. Point at the word. People understand faces easily.
True. My face says everything before my words do.
Tip 4. Say thank you after. It's small, but it feels good.
Thank you. Now I understand. Easy and friendly.
One more. Don't say sorry too many times. One sorry is enough. You don't need 5.
Guilty. I say sorry a lot.
We know, Sophie. We know.
Okay, one final tip. Practice these phrases at home first, alone.
Alone? Like talking to yourself?
Yes. Say, sorry, can you repeat that? out loud in your room. It feels strange, but it helps.
I actually do that. In the shower sometimes.
In the shower?
Don't judge me.
Okay, fair. So I do it too in the car.
See? We're all a little strange, and that's okay.
Last tip, I promise. Keep a small notebook or a note on your phone.
For new words?
Yes, every time you don't understand, write the word down, look it up later.
Ah, I do this. My phone has hundreds of words now.
Hundreds?
Well, maybe 40, but it feels like hundreds.
40 is still a lot. Good job. So, Alex, about that nod at the start,
Yes?
did you really understand your teacher?
No, not one word. But now I know what to say.
Perfect example.
Let's recap. Say, sorry, can you repeat that? Or, can you speak more slowly, please? Or, what does that word mean?
3 easy phrases. Use them every day.
It's not a mistake to ask. It's a habit that helps you.
And here's the full list one more time, nice and slow. Sorry, can you repeat that? Can you speak more slowly, please? What does that word mean?
3 phrases. Write them down if you want.
Or say them out loud right now with us.
Go on, try it. We'll wait.
Good job, everyone. That felt natural, right?
And remember, staying quiet is the real mistake. Asking is the smart move.
Short pause to think, yes. Long silence, no.
Practice alone first if it helps, even in the shower.
And use these words on the phone, in shops, everywhere. Same 3 phrases every time.
One question is never silly. Mistakes show you you're trying. Please don't tell everyone about the shower thing.
Too late again.
Okay, fair.
Start small. A shop, a coffee order, then move to bigger conversations.
Tell us in the comments which phrase will you use first.
And maybe tell us your own story, like Alex and his coffee.
Please don't only remember the coffee story.
Too late.
Subscribe, and we'll see you next time.
And one question is never silly. Remember that.
Perfect last words for today.
Thank you for listening, as always.
See you in the next episode.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.